Hey there, Stealth here and welcome back to Sea Power. Today is Scenario by Still Guns, one of my viewers. I really appreciate seeing all the scenarios pop up in the workshop, and if you have anyone in particular that you'd like me to try out, either link it down below or send me an email, stealth@stealth17gaming.com, and I will happily take a look at it and play it on the channel. So the situation. World War III has begun. Fuel shortages are gripping the USSR. Having taken much of Europe, the Soviet Navy is relocating two carriers, the Tbilisi and the battlecruiser Kirov, to the Baltic Sea. However, due to the fuel shortage, you are unable to make the usual transit via the GI-UK gap. Therefore, you must take a page out of the Germans' book and make a mad dash through the English Channel. You can expect fierce resistance from NATO forces in the region. Survival of the carrier and the Kirov is required. Take caution, submarines may be operating in the area. If any of your ships are crippled to the point they slow you down, your orders are to scuttle them to prevent their technology from falling into enemy hands. Optional secondary objective, cripple the ports and industry in Portsmouth and Southampton and destroy the enemy airfield. We have work to do. Okay, we already got an aircraft coming in. How many ships do we have? We got the Tbilisi, that's our carrier, we got the Kuchezov. Interesting, that's a gun cruiser. We got Kirov, we have Slava, we have the Durtsky. Is that a Krivak? Cannon. Cannon class destroyer. And the Smelly is a Kashin. Okay, let's launch an air patrol first. I want to have a couple of air-to-air intercepts. I'll launch 2 of those wings. I want to have an EW aircraft out there. Sorry, not EW, an RLDN, so an airborne observation. I'll take 2 electronic warfare birds. Hold on, not that one. Electronic warfare. In case I'm going to get missiled, I do want to have the capability of jamming said missiles. And as for the rest, I'm not sure what's out here yet. So I don't want to launch any additional aircraft. Oh, it's a Sentry. Interesting. Let's see if we can take that one out. Blind the British, well, assumedly British forces. They're at 168 miles. So that means if there are any compatriots there, they're not in range at the moment. I hope that throughout this video my voice isn't going to sound too croaky. I did quite a lot of videos as well as a stream yesterday. So because of that, my voice may be a bit tired. Okay, we got the first aircraft coming off of the deck. That's our first MiG-23, if I'm not mistaken. And as for the formation, I'm quite happy with that. Kirov and Slava can defend the whole group. I also will need to have an ASW patrol out there. Guess I can do that with Slava. If not, I can use... Oh, actually, does the carrier have any... I think they might. The P-42? Yeah. P-42 can do ASW operations. Now, let's reverse thinking, if you will. If I were a submarine, I'd be somewhere around here. Just sneakily waiting in ambush. So I might send out a couple of aircraft quite far ahead. Just to start clearing this channel. It's 500 miles. So we definitely have a lot of space to clear. Alright, Orlan 1 flight. You have a mission. Go shoot down that aircraft. Of course, the Allies are not going to make that easy. Well, let's call them NATO. Orlan 3. If there are any aircraft threats, I am expecting them to come from the British, but they can just as easily come from the French shores. So let's have another air wing sitting up over there. 37,000. This is one of the mistakes I used to make quite a lot early. I used to have my aircraft about 1,000 feet. They burn fuel like crazy, and their endurance is extremely reduced if you don't have them on higher altitudes. Higher altitudes, thinner air, less air resistance, faster planes, longer range planes. Okay, there's Orlan 3-2. We got our first AWACS, or early warning up. I'm going to position that one there. Go to 37,000. You can already order these aircraft around even when they haven't launched yet. And that does make it a bit easier. There is Suravi 2. You're going to sit over there. 37,000. Let's see if we can survive this channel dash. Gorgeous. Alright, see you out there. As for this E3, for some reason it's cruising towards me. That is interesting. I wouldn't really want to approach a Soviet battle group quite like that. So, interesting choice. Metal 1, I'm going to keep you here. This is my electronic warfare aircraft. Can also do air-to-air if you really feel like it, but I probably wouldn't recommend that. Metal 2, that's my other electronic warfare bird. You can sit over there. I'm going to use these defensively until otherwise directed. We also have, what's that, Shuka? Shuka 1, Shuka 2. These are my ASW birds. Sonobuoy droppers. I can expect submarines, well, yeah, based on the description. I'm going to say I can expect submarines. Let's go with about 15 miles. Okay, so that's not the right spot for it. I want to start scouting out aggressively. Oh, we got a helicopter here. If there's a helicopter, there's usually a ship. So we need to check that out. I wonder if we've been detected, but given this range, I think we have. So that is a bit concerning. I can try jamming it with metal, but, you know, the chances of that actually working, or rather even getting into range, I'd say are fairly limited. Alright, let's just start dropping buoys in front. I'm gonna have you do it in a sort of haphazard fashion like this. Constantly flying back and forth to drop the buoys and find out more about the area we're in. There. The other Shuka is gonna fly a bit farther afield. I want to see if I'm right about this particular path. 752, they're going to take 40 minutes to get there. They got the range, that's good. ASW aircraft are the exception to the rule. They do not need to be flying very high up, because it's not like you can plunk down a sonar buoy from 37,000 feet. They don't do very well in those conditions. How far is that? 55 miles. Okay. Now, I'm a bit of two minds here. I can either, one, go and start dropping sonar buoys here and just start clearing these narrow passages, but by the time that there might be a submarine coming there, perhaps I will have moved on. On the other hand, if I don't clear it, and I just keep dropping sonar buoys here, maybe I'll be able to detect it, but it's possible that the submarine will have snuck into a more favorable position. So both outcomes are not particularly great. I'm going to launch additional aircraft. I don't feel safe having just 4 of my aircraft up. Air-to-air intercept. I'll take 3. So that's 6 aircraft. Alright. So Shuka 1 is going to be dropping. They're currently 7 miles ahead. New ESM. What you got? Another E3. Okay. I guess it makes sense. They really want to keep the channel locked down. Yeah, we got plenty of work to do. 95 miles. If they want to come at me, then come at me. Another EM contact. Zaravi, range 16 miles. That's still fairly close. Zaravi 2. There. Next wing. Orlan 5. Currently being brought up to the flight deck. You're going to go ahead here. Move to 37,000. You can see that the range for these aircraft is not spectacular, but it does increase the moment they actually take off and are able to attain a decent altitude, because Orlan over here, well, they can do pretty much the same. And the moment that you order them to attack anything, they tend to drop. There's another EM, there's another helo. Don't know if these helos came from the same ship. Could be. At the moment, what build are we on? Did it not say that anymore? I think I'm on build 75. And what I have seen happen is invisible weapons on the TAC display. In this case, this sonobuoy is visible both here and on the TAC display, but I have had it happen that you just don't see them. Which is a bit weird. And can be confusing, because you might go, hold on, where are my weapons? I have seen ships launch weapons, and then promptly the weapons go invisible on the TAC display, but they actually do function as a weapon. So that's a bug, and I'm hoping that they'll resolve that quickly. Okay, Shuka 2. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead with the plan. And I might also be able to pick up any surface ships here. Oh, speaking of. You're doing 7 knots. You're heading away from me. I don't think you're a hostile unit. I'm not sure we can call them in yet. Good morning, sir. Cannot communicate. We're probably too far away. Alright, Orlan. Orlan 1, that is very much on course to intercept that E3. I'm surprised that there aren't any F-15s or F-14s around. Because I would expect those right about now. Let's have Zeravi go active. Air search, surface search. Hello, gentlemen. Good morning. Good morning, NATO. That's 5 ships. Large, semi-large, meager, meager, meager. Could be attack boats, could be a cruiser, could be a destroyer. Our range on the A7C is 27 miles. Yeah, we're gonna shoot this thing down. Blind NATO. As for dealing with all these ships, I'm gonna assume they're hostile, especially considering their speed. That is not the speed that you would normally expect. So in this case, I can either strike them with my aircraft, the KO-45s, with the anti-ships, or I can try going after them with the missiles parked on the various ships. First, I'd like to see what they are, but they're not running around radar. I'm just picking them up on my radar. This is where having an RA-5, like the Americans have, would be extremely useful. Because that's such a good recon aircraft that it makes it very easy to start figuring out what is going on where. And not just pick up a radar contact, but actually sort of visually inspect what it is. Okay, Orlan 9-1. Take a position ahead of the fleet. Orlan 7. Take a position ahead of the fleet. 37. We're going to defend more towards the French side. You are at altitude. Good. Orlan 9, take the 37,000. Assume your position to intercept any air threats. Except for those helicopters. I am not touching those. Not with a NATO fleet 15 miles away. That is dangerous. Let's just go ahead and classify these as the baddies. Orlan 1, 2 is about to be in range, and this E3 seems to make absolutely no attempts to get out of the way. Which is fine, but on their heads be it. Interesting. 412 knots, an altitude of 36,000. 25,000 at a speed of 382. This has been identified as an American aircraft. It's an A6 or an EA6B. I'm going to assume it's an A6. If I want to shoot those down, I need to keep an eye on the potential anti-air range that these ships have. Worst case, it's going to be about 80 miles. Which means they can probably hurt me from any range. Let's say 60 miles. And that's a bit of a precautionary measure. Orlan 5, new plan. We're going to circumvent that air bubble and engage that. You are going to engage this. You're going to see them drop their drop tanks. They are preparing to perform the pursuit. There we go. This is where the AI is a bit less than intelligent in this game, because an E3 would never be this far out. And on top of that, it would not be flying alone. you would want to have these things defended. So the fact that it's out there alone does make me wonder what the E3 AI's, well, the E3's AI is doing. Or, well, not doing. Is there any particular thing you're waiting on? Because we have range. I told these guys to engage. Why are they not? Come on, gentlemen. No, 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 no. This is why I hate weapons free. They just decide to go after a completely different target. You're going after this with the A7C. Why are you not using it then? Because you got range. This thing has a range of 27 miles. This thing is at 13 miles. Thank you. There we go. Missile away. I'm keeping Orlan 3 around as a bit of a backup. There it is. Keep dropping buoys, good. Should be able to get this guy. Yep, goodbye E3. Gone. Well done. You returned to formation. Job done. Oh. That's probably one of those port installations. Bloody hell. It's getting busy in the channel, isn't it? Orlan 9. New mission tasking. At this point, I don't feel confident that I can wait a whole lot longer with striking this NATO group, because I need this threat neutralized. Considering it's 3 smaller ships, like 3 meagers, we even got them on visual? Who's detecting you? Orlan 1-1? You're 64 miles out. How are you spotting that? That's impressive. Can we ID them? Sometimes it takes a while to figure out what it is. So Rafi 2 is running their radar. Good. That's a lot of contacts there. Could be just merchant shipping, could be something else. Need to figure out what that is before we push in too far. Anyway, the range from my surface group to theirs is a neatly 136. I can give him a spread of 10 missiles. Because I think that these meagers are not very good at defending themselves. A smaller ship generally doesn't have sea-whiz, generally doesn't have missiles, very capable. The large and semi-large are definitely more capable, or at least is my expectation. And I have 16 SSN-19s here. And of course I also have the Kirov, which has another 20. So if I expend, let's say 10, that still gives me 26. Unfortunately, if you are misestimating the situation, so not firing enough, there's a very good chance that they will be able to intercept all the missiles. And then all the missiles will sort of, well, be a waste. The alternative is to go with flight deck and use the KO-45s. I want to see what the KO-45 has. Here. So you're going to be loading out with the Entry Precision, which features AA Affit and AS-13 King bolts. Range 21 miles. Oof. Russian air-to-surface missiles are not very good. They're not very good. What about seat loadout? Seat loadout gives me the AS-11. If I'm knocking out their radars at 40 miles, that would help. The problem is they're not using their radar. Crap. Okay, we're going with the missile salvo. That's the plan. The carrier isn't using its flight deck at the moment, so I'm going to launch its missiles. So here we go. Salvo 4. There. Salvo 4, there. Single shot, there. Single shot. Single shot. That should keep them entertained for a while. And this way, if I need the flight tag later, I don't have to worry about also launching missiles from this aircraft carrier at some point. It's still a bit weird seeing the aircraft carrier launch missiles like this, but that's the Russians for you. The beauty about these SSN-19s is that they all work together like a hive mind. They're all going to streak up to the same altitude. Once they're there, they're going to have one sort of be the boss and figure out, okay, this is what we're going to do. We should have all the buoys more or less into range. Yes. You're done deploying your buoys. Or so you thought. Keep dropping the buoys. As for the rest of you, this could be something we need to destroy, because there was an optional objective to destroy this part. Holy crap. Speed 900 knots. We're getting a massive air attack coming in. Now I need to start scrambling more aircraft, because this is going to get problematic pretty soon. Give me the other squadron. Give me a flight of 4 air-to-airs. Giving me the Apex and the Aphids, and this is... I think this might be the better loadout. Considering the amount of aircraft that we have coming in, let's go for the air-to-air. I'll take 2 flights of 4. Keep 1 flight in reserve. And of course we also have the other aircraft, but only when these guys are all dead do I want to push in farther. So far I'm really enjoying this mission. There's a lot going on, lots of moving parts. There's another aircraft. This thing could just be neutral. Let's ring him up. Agrees to comply. That's an airliner. This thing cannot communicate. You? You have him on visual? How? Like, you're getting spotted by Orlan 5 too. Okay, I guess it's possible. Orlan 1 and 2 is taking a fairly dangerous flight path here. Orlan 5 can see that? You saw this thing 200 miles out. Right. For the player, this is a good thing, but game-wise, I think it's a bit weird that my planes can see out 200 miles. I find that a bit immersion breaking. Okay, so we got this is the small spread going for the smaller targets. And then we got the big spread going for the bigger targets. They don't have the radar active. No, they do now. This one is running a radar. ESM. Stuka 2 is detecting on ESM. Briefly. So one of them is running their radar, and that's probably going to be warning the rest of them that there's missiles in the air. That's fine. Once these ships are dead, I'm going to go after these helicopters and blind the NATO forces even more. And then we'll have to deal with all of these aircraft, whatever the hell they are. I'm thinking A6s, but an A6, as far as I know, doesn't travel at 900 knots. F-15s do. Yep. This one I'd say is more likely to be a bomber, so they got F-15s ahead. That is problematic. The MiGs don't really do that well against them. I'm gonna call you back for a minute. This is my ASW aircraft. And I'm gonna also call back my airborne early warnings. If only slightly. Let's skip ahead a little bit to the point where these missiles get to the target. Here goes. The missiles have sorted out targets between the lot of them. The smaller contacts are only going to get 1 missile. The larger contacts are definitely going to get more attention, and same for the other one. Considering that they're changing course all of a sudden probably means that they're aware of the threat. Yeah, it's the Spruans back here. It's running its radars. And it is getting very much jumpy at this point, I imagine. This one's also running its radar. Missiles are, what, 15 miles out? 10 miles out. There, 1, 2, 3, 4 smokestacks, 5. That's the whole group. That's a missile coming up. Unfortunately for them, I don't think... Oh, it's Pegasus! That makes sense. Missile boats. Kind of as expected. So these guys are going to be completely unable to defend themselves. Unless they get lucky with their gun. Which I doubt. But, well, it's been known to happen. This one has decided that this Pegasus needs to die. A bit of a... a bit of a big missile to go after a Pegasus. But I'm willing to have a go. There's another Pegasus. Spruance. And I still don't know what the thing at the back is. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's... another Spruance? I kind of feel sorry for these NATO guys, because they got no recourse here. None of our missiles have been intercepted, even. There's one. Wait, what? 7092 classified as hostile missile? Where's that particular track? Oh, here. Oh, it's an interceptor. It's a surface-to-air missile. Right. Okay, we missed that one. That's unfortunate, but this Spruance... No survivors there. Crap. Whatever that other contact is... it survived. And this Spruance... good lord, stop kicking it, it's already dead. Okay, so we killed 2... no, we got 2 survivors out of 5. And this missile has decided that it wants to visit Britain. And it's gonna try and hit the radar site? If they can do that, that'd be fantastic, but I haven't seen them do land attacks yet. At any rate, now I'm feeling a bit more confident dealing with this target here. We're gonna push here. We need to eliminate those, what I'm thinking are F-15s. And, well... we're going to do it in the classic Russian fashion of strength in numbers. I think my missile has failed. Okay, so this Pegasus is easy to kill. Whatever's behind it, I'm not too sure. Let's launch another aircraft. I'm going to have a strike of a couple of P-42s. No, not P-42s. KO-45s, anti-ship precision. Alright, just give me 4 of those. Alright, over to the F-15s. Or what I'm assuming are F-15s. At least they're flying solo. Whereas I have wingmen. Missile away. Come on. Get rid of that aircraft. They're flying low? They're 10,000 feet. Okay. Where is he? There. F-15. Gone. Well done. Oh, incoming missile. At this point, they should start turning away into panic mode. So we're going to engage this one next. You need to be somewhat respectful of the NTR capabilities of this group, but I think I can handle it. 1 on 5, execute. Take him out. They're set to engaging, but they're still not launching. This is just the first wave. This is the actual strike package here. There you go, missile away. Again, this is a part where the AI needs work. Because this F-15 should be making at least some effort to dodge that missile. And as right now, I'm just not seeing that. Incoming missile. Gentlemen. Oh, you're guiding, aren't you? Yeah. Well, that's another dead F-15. Unfortunately, also the loss of Orlan 5-2. Okay, you're going to continue on your path towards the rest of those wings. Orlan 3. Engage this one. Orlan 9. Engage that one. Orlan 1. Stand by for orders. I also have additional units coming in. Scope of 1 is 4 of these MiGs. And at this point we might have our strike package standing by. There's Condor. Condor, make your way over here. 37,000. Orlan 3. Can we get these guys out of the skies? Please. Come on. Missile away. You'd think that those F-15s would be a bit more aggressive. They're just not doing much. As with most of these types of games, I mean, Dreadnoughts had the same thing. If the AI isn't very good, then that can take away quite a bit from the experience. There's the aircraft, but my missile went for the decoy. We're gonna go with the AA-8. No, not the missile. Just the aircraft. He's right down there. You're gonna lose him if you don't hurry up. Missile away. Orlan 5 still only has 2 missiles, but hey, I can do some damage with that. We'll check him out. Altitude 37,000. Up you go. Situation here. I'm not so sure how we're going to intercept that particular contact. Orlan 1. Finish this thing off. Because these guys are making a mess of it. Like, why are you going to 20,000 feet when the target is down to 5,000? Makes no sense. You're not trying to burn away from the target. Okay, missile away. AA-7C going for the F-15. This one's just a joke. Are they going to try and intercept Orlan 5? Maybe that's what they're doing. Yes, they're guiding a missile into Orlan 5. Okay, that's problematic. Oh, dude. I don't think you're going to come out of that one alive. Nope. You are not. Semi-small aircraft here. Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can clear up this aircraft. I'm not so sure why it's taking so long. You're supposedly guiding an AA-7, but I think it's kind of gone awry at this point. So let's try that again with a short-range air-to-air infrared. There he is. Yeah, right. Head-on shot like that? That's not likely. Kill this thing. It's right there in front of you. Get it! Are you gonna try and make a gun run after it or something? What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, if you want to have a go, fine, but... This is just nuts. This is nuts. And now he veers off? Double shot. Orlan 3. Stand by. And this F-15 is also still here? The AI seriously needs work. Orlan 1-2. Performing pursuit with AA-8. Wings folding. Diving almost straight down. Missiles away. At this angle, can they catch that? I doubt it. He's at 200 feet. Oh, there he is. Well, they might be able to catch him. Yeah, we'll get him. We'll get him. That's one unhappy eagle. Job done. Alright. So now we're going to start engaging some of these other contacts. You don't have any short-range air-to-air left. I'm going to detach you from the formation. I'm going to tell you to go after the helicopter on Orlan 1-1. Hello? Orlan 1, new order. Go after the other helicopter. As for the rest of you, we have places to be. We have a couple of aircraft to take down. 37,000, combat air patrol, negative, move. Okay guys, this is where I'm going to leave you for this part of the video. There's definitely more to kill. Definitely more units coming in, and potentially more warships as well, although some of these are merchants. We also have an opportunity to strike at the port here, so that's what I will do. But first, of course, we need to clear up the rest of those warships. So far, really enjoying this scenario. I'll link it down below in the description so you can play it for yourself. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. And I look forward to seeing you soon for the next part. Although, if you remember, you can immediately watch that part right now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon for more.